Okay, looks like we got questions and comments galore today, huh? How you doing?
Hey, pretty good, John. My question is, what are the penalties for getting caught with selling candy in school?
Good question.
Are you planning on making a little extra money on the side there? No.
But my serious question is, how's that going to affect them? I know there are students that have candy drives they sell for, for the funds and stuff for the school charities. How is that going to affect their what they sell, and or is that going to have any effect on what they sell?
In some school districts, it's going to have a complete effect. They're not going to be able to sell the candy at all. But I'll just let you know that there's a whole bunch of different options of different things that they can sell that are different and fun, and hopefully people. I mean, all sorts of things, whether you're doing car washes, whether you're doing raffle tickets, whether you're doing selling jewelry or so. I mean, they made all these wonderful lists of different ideas that companies encourage, and that you can actually have fundraisers that way, which are healthier. But that's some school districts that won't happen. Others, it's going to be more of a transition piece. So it won't be like you walk in September and the cheerleaders won't be able to sell. It'll take a little while before they get there.
So it's a process.
Yeah, it's a process.
Okay, we got another one over here.
Yeah, I have a question because I have two daughters. One, my youngest, she's very picky. During her lunchtime, she constantly just wanted to eat the peanut butter and jelly. They'll have, I'm not complaining that they have good food and everything, but she will not eat. She looks at the food and looks at it, so I don't know how. I mean, she's skinny as it is, so
Right.
I wonder how is that going to help her, because I try to tell them, if they don't want to eat the food, try to drink the milk at least. Let them drink the milk and the fruit. So she's like I said, she's very picky. So.
Well, I think she'll be okay, because the peanut butter and jelly will still be there, the milk will still be there, the fruit will still be there, all those good healthy things are going to be there. But if she doesn't like the food, and she doesn't see something that she likes, then that's something that the school can work with. I mean, the food service people are absolutely wonderful. They're trying to do their best. They're trying to reach these guidelines, and they need input. So this will be a great year to say, hey, this isn't working, we need something else. So if you're a parent, tell the school district, tell the principal, give some information, give some feedback.
Okay, and what's your input?
Oh, I agree with everything. I think it's wonderful, but where do we draw the line? Where do we draw the line?
Yeah.
It could be maybe meat next. I'm serious. Seriously, some people don't think red meat is good.
I know.
Where's the line drawn?
I know.
That's the only problem I have.
I know. I sort of agree with you there. I don't know, but these things are the nutrition guidelines that are current.
It's kind of like a video camera. They're everywhere.
Right.
Like you can't do anything without being taped. You go in a store, you can't even pick a wedgie because somebody's going to know.
Right. Right. But if then it's amazing. When I went to school, there might have been one person in the whole school that had type 2 diabetes. Now there are tons of children with type 2. It's amazing the amount of health factors that we're dealing with. And high blood pressure, you got a 9-year-old with high blood pressure, that's the salt and the sugars, and I mean it's something you have to look at.
It's great what you're doing. I believe the vending machines, it's all about the money.
Yeah.
It's just about the money, but it's just that thin line.
I know.
Yeah.
And
area,
as a human race, as we learn more about nutrition and what's good for our bodies and stuff, I'm sure it'll be changing. That's the only thing.
Yeah.
So yes, and hopefully they won't take away meat.
See, that's it. Thank you.
Well, very good, guys. Very good.
And
Okay.
there's other pieces of the wellness policy, too. Of course, the education piece will be very strong, and the exercise part will be very strong, and getting the community involved with the schools and the food service is a big piece. So it's really a comprehensive approach to making everybody look at their health and try to be healthier.
Okay, and other states have used a wellness policy before New York State enforced it. What
Wisconsin was one of the leaders in it. Jennifer, I'm going to ask Jennifer because she actually knew some more of the history back there.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi. Some of the other states, Colorado, I believe, and Massachusetts, a couple other of the leading states in the nation that have focused on school wellness in a broad way.
Okay, so you're involved with this.
Capital Region BOCES. I also work with schools and how they're implementing the wellness policies. And, so each school district is different. And Schenectady has done great work throughout these last 2 years, coming up with a really great plan, working with a very inclusive committee to really lay the groundwork out for healthier students and for staff too, because there's components of the wellness policies that include staff wellness. So much of schools is educating children, and some of the teachers and staff also forget about their own health too. So for example, perhaps, some of that slack that administrators might get might perhaps be from teachers, wanting that caffeine boost in the afternoon, going for that soda machine themselves. So it's a culture change, in itself,
Because Americans tend to be the most obese.
That's true. And as a culture, we've developed these eating habits that, you go to the drive-through and you go to the fast food restaurant. It's really easy. It's cheap. Healthy food is much more expensive, compared to, getting a box of Munchkins on your way.
So maybe if the healthy food, the prices went down a little bit, we could eat it more.
That's right. Making it more accessible. And I think that's really what schools are trying to do, is making it more accessible to students, and, introducing it to them at an earlier age, because as a mother of very young children who are just going to be entering school soon, I don't feed them junk at home, and I try to feed them fruits and vegetables. And I would love the school to model, to continue that and to model that. I don't want my kids having access to fudge rounds and Twinkies.
So I guess the kids
instead
could also
of good food for lunch.
They could also sneak it, without you knowing.
That's true. They do already as young kids. But, I, as a parent, want to, really enforce it, but also instill in them values of healthy eating and good food.
Okay, thank you. Okay, this is a very interesting segment, Nancy Jones. Thank you very much. Give her a hand. I know that some of those questions are tough to answer.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a transition. It's definitely going to be a change, as Jennifer was saying. It's a culture change. When we actually were working in one of the school districts, we talked about the soda machine in the teacher's lounge and whether that was going to go or not.
That should go too.
And
the student soda machine got to go. That got to go too.
That's what I said. That's what I said. But not everybody on the committee felt the same way. So I don't know.
We got to play by the rules.
That's
we give
right.
Our children.
That's right.
Amen. Right? Well, thank you very much. We're going to come back with some more. We'll be right back.